Hello everybody and welcome to today's video on what is physical anthropology. As we know, anthropology is the study of humankind, and the four branches of anthropology are cultural, which studies culture or learned transmitted behavior of living people; archaeology, which studies culture of past societies by analyzing artifacts; linguistic anthropology, which studies the study of the construction and evolution of language; and physical and biological anthropology, which studies the relationship of biology and culture. Physical or biological anthropology is the study of human evolution and biocultural variation. We use fossils, genetics, comparative anatomy, and behavior. Hominids are ape and human ancestors. Hominins are ancestors of only humans. Genes help influence biology, but the environment does as well. So what do we study? We study the evolution of both extinct and living human relatives, including modern primates. Why would anyone want to study bones and teeth? They want to tell us about anatomy, diet, behavior, locomotion, and our place in nature. Some questions physical anthropologists look to answer are: who are we as a species? What does it mean to be human? Where did we come from? And how do we fit in with other living things? The 6 steps to humanness. We are connected to other living things, but clearly we are unique. We have bipedalism, non-honing canine, material culture and tool use, hunting, speech, and domesticated food. So bipedalism is the physical difference of walking on 2 legs. Other primates can do this, but only for short times. And there's major adaptations in anatomy, such as our double curved spine, our wider pelvis, and the arch in our foot. Our non-honing canine is the loss of large canines, as seen in this photo, and the loss of the diastema, and because we use tools to process food. Material culture and tools, and completely depend on the culture to survive, and they help us manipulate our environment. Tools can date back more than 2.5 million years ago, when primates used tools, but only humans use stone tools. Hunting. It's a social aspect and it's organized. It can be dated back to more than 1 million years ago, and before we were scavengers. And speech. We were able to produce language and be able to speak with each other due to bipedalism, and also the hyoid and voice box position, and the domestication of food, which started about 10,000 years ago, and this had a huge impact on biology and behavior. How do we know? We use the scientific method, which there's a difference between casual and scientific definitions. Hypothesis is a testable statement of the relationship between 2 variables. It's not an educated guess. A theory is the best explanation possible, with validation and testable evidence. And it's not just a story someone comes up with. The scientific method involves asking a question, do background research, construct your hypothesis, test with an experiment, analyze the results and draw a conclusion, and if your hypothesis is true, you can report your results. If the hypothesis is false or partly true, you have the option to report those results and try it over again. You cannot prove something right in science. You can only disprove something. We say that evolution is a fact because there is so much evidence in support of it. Always keep an open mind because science is self-correcting. An easy definition for what evolution is change over time. Does it mean we descend from monkeys? Does it try to disprove religion? Or do you have to choose between science and religion? No. Evolution and religion. Why do people think that they are in opposition? One uses testable evidence and the other uses faith. You can and should have both science and beliefs. When people say evolution is just a theory, they are misusing the term theory. Evolution is not a straight line. It is a branching bush. Evolution is a gradual process that can take millions of years. The lobe-finned fish, or lungfish, is alive today. It has bones in its fins and a pocket to store air, and it can move from one body of water to another by walking on ground. They are a precursor to tetrapods and land-dwelling animals. There is not one missing link. There are hundreds or thousands, and we will study many in this class. So Darwin, he made his observations while traveling the world. He saw evidence in morphology, and though humans had a royal ancestor, and observing finches showed him adaptations. Observing overpopulation and competition led him to create the theory of natural selection. Alfred Wallace also had the same idea at the same time. Darwin just happened to beat him to publication. So how did these guys get this way? And finally, leave you with some questions to ponder. What is the difference between the casual and scientific definitions of hypotheses and theory? How has the human body changed because of bipedalism? Are humans the only species to use tools? And how can someone study evolution and still keep his or her religious beliefs?